everyone. Welcome on in. I got it tilted down a little bit, but I think we're going to need that. So I'll put my drink back there. Hope everyone's been having a lovely day. It's like 86 here, and it feels like it. Come on, pull up. Come on, Facebook. You can do it. Hey, Tina. I know it's down a little, but I think it might be a little crooked. Does it look crooked on your end? Hi, Judy. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for sprinkling, Tina. Does it look crooked a little bit? I think it does. Let me go fix it. Let me fix it. I'm going to try not to make y'all dizzy. Hopefully it's good. Well, it's a little bit straighter. All right, put my glasses back here. So we're going to work on this shadow box here today. I really, really love the color. So I'm not going to change too much of the color, but I'm going to add some to it. And it opens like this. I thought it was really pretty cool. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Peggy. Ooh, I'm just now seeing it on here now as I was moving it. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of the white because I want to add a little more of like the streaks in here. And I'm taking this little holy sponge. And I just tested it a few minutes ago and it should work. So we're going to try it and hopefully it does. And I'm going to offload some on here. And what I want to do is add a little more. Ooh, it does. Like a little more streaks there. And it's just giving it, I think it's just giving it enough, but not too much. And we're going to do it all over the box because I like the little streaks here. I think it's kind of, first I was thinking, oh, let's do the palette knife. And I thought, no, that's going to make it look really heavy. So I don't want it to look really heavy. I want it to look kind of light, not real heavy. And I'm going to do it around the box also, but we're going to dry this first. So how's everybody's day been? Why is this? Didn't want to move. Mine's been all right. I started off, I was over at the grandkids, watching them for my son and my daughter-in-law. Then she came home. And yes, has anybody heard from Sherry? And isn't Sparky sick also? Isn't that what I saw? Has anybody heard from her? How's she doing? Let me try to, I'm going to pull this back here so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of need to put a little more on here. Dabbing the sponge in and then kind of offloading it and just bringing it through. Hi, Linda. Sherry is home and everything is good. That's awesome. Didn't I see somewhere that Sparky was going in for pneumonia? Or am I dreaming that? So before I do these other two sides, I'm going to dry that. Hi, Becky. This doesn't take real long to dry because we're just kind of like taking this little, I forget what you call those sponges with the holes in it, but I think it's working pretty good for doing that effect. Now I'm going to hold it back here so we can do some more. So again, I was just taking some paint, offloading the excess, and then just dragging it across. And I'm okay if it gets a little on the hardware. It's not a big bother to me. You haven't heard anything about Sparky? Okay, I thought I saw somewhere that they said she had pneumonia. Maybe, I don't know. Any event, I hope she's doing well. So now we're going to just dry this up. And since we just did it lightly, like I said, it's not taking long to make sure it's dry. So that's always a good thing. So most of you saw what it looked like to begin with a little bit of white. I think it looks better with a little more. This I am not going to touch because I like the effect on here. And I'm going to have to play with another piece or on a piece of wood or something because I want to see. It almost looks like they did in certain spots a little bit of, like right here, it looks like a little bit of palette. But then it almost looks like they did a real heavy, oh, now I lost the word. We take the toothbrush and like splatter, like a real heavy splatter. So that was kind of interesting. Pneumonia and possible lung embolism. Oh, I'm keeping her in prayers. I hope she gets better and all is well. That's not fun. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to take some mud puddle and we're going to go just around the edges a little bit because there's a little right here and I want to kind of even it out a little bit. Definitely keep all the prayers going for everybody. So again, just take some, offload some, and then on the edges, I'm just going to go on the edges here. May need to do it a little heavier. And just put lightly on the edges. It almost gives it, can you all see that? It almost gives it like almost like a light border effect. And it kind of matches that. So it's just taking a little bit and fancying it up a little, if that makes sense. Hi, Levon. How are you? Well, I hope if anybody does find out how she's doing, if you'll let us all know. Hi, Carolyn. Okay. I hope your sister's doing okay with radiation. I know that can be very taxing on people. I think it needs just a little bit more, so I'm going back over here. I want just a little bit more on here. keeping your sister also in prayers, Carolyn. So I'm going to turn this so I can get these other sides here. I know when my mom was going through all her cancer ordeal, she opted not to do radiation. Because she said at that time, with the chemo drugs and that she was on, they were the highest, the heaviest, the strongest, whichever you want to call it. And she said that's going to deplete a lot of everything, so she didn't want to do the radiation too on top of it. Okay, can you all see? Got comments and it's not coming up. Levon, if I miss saying hello, hello. I'm going to just give a little on the edges here too. I'm just taking it, going here, going a little there. I think that's all I want to do is just put it on the edges. Because I don't, sometimes in certain things I think less is more. And in this case, because I really like the way the shadow box is, I think the less is more. Hi, Cindy. Thanks, Levon. Hey, Ken. So I'm going to dry these edges up before I go and finish that one. And then you're just going to get to see what's going inside our pretty little shadow box. I don't know that Ken can say anything because he's also at work, or how often he'll be saying anything. But I remember when we saw these, and I say these because there was two, and I said, "Oh, I want those," and he said, "What are you going to do with those?" My pat answer: wait and see. Wait and see. All right, we got this other corner to do here. But can you all see where it's just lightly I went around the edges? And that's what I'm doing right here because there's nothing on that edge right now. So I'm just taking the palette knife and going slightly over here. And I'm okay if there's just a little smudge here and there. So it looks something like that on the edges. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Now, I didn't want to put too much more of like the mud puddle up here because I don't want to take away from the center piece. So I think that's all we're going to do with our palette knife, and I'll clean that off in a minute. So now, let's get this out of the way. Thank you, Pamela. Move the mud puddle. Well, put it right there. We're going to move our shadow box up here, and hopefully we have enough. Yeah, we should have enough room. We're going to put this inside. I really love the horse. So we're going to put that inside our shadow box. And we're going to need our Mod Podge. So I'm taking a water pen and we're going to trim some of this off because, as you all know, I prefer the jagged edge. Well, this one ain't coming out, so where's my other one? And if that don't work, then we will get our brush. I like the water pens, but I need to do something with that one. For some reason, that one's not wanting to totally come out. Bugging our friend James with the hilarious chicken videos, so definitely goofing off. Man, I'm watching all this. I don't know that I would ever want chickens. Not with all the snakes that seem to come around for the eggs and that. Nope, nope, nope. Don't like snakes. There was one earlier today that I was on their page and they had some snake. Mm-mm-mm. And they were afraid it was going to get the baby chicks too. Thanks, Cindy. These are from Decoupage Central. I love a lot of their prints that they have. Yeah, I'll take horses and cows and all the others, but to chickens with the drawing snakes and that, no thank you. Somebody posted too I don't remember which page it was on, last week, and they went into their barn and there was two of them hanging from the rafters entwined with each other coming down. I said, no. No, thank you. I have got to go there and get. Aim is that an A3 or 4? It's an A. This size is an A3. It says on the bottom A3 297 by 420 millimeter, but it's an A3. They have a lot. I've done several throughout probably this year and last year with horses, because I love the horses, y'all. Hello, my friends. I so miss being on with Michelle. Well, that looked like it went all the way, but it did not. Well, Ken, maybe one Saturday you can come on and do something. Ken, I tell you, Becky can't, she can see your comment, but she can't hear. So I tell you to wave to her, but she can read your comment, so you're good. I'll wave. Ken says hi. Becky, are you on like a night shift type of schedule again? Didn't look like it was coming out again. So I wanted to make sure, and I don't want to cut off a lot of his tail. I like the way when you get like the rice paper and that, because you can use, like regular printing paper. Hi, Rebecca. But I like the rice paper because it leaves like this little fuzzy look on the edge, and I like that. Well, I know we can't do any crafting this weekend because we have a dog trial that he's trial secretary for, but maybe I can get him to do something the following weekend. Because I was just telling him the other day, I said, Ken, I said, pick out something you want and you can do a project. And he's like, when am I going to do that? I said, you got Saturday or Sunday. You go to 3:30. Okay. So we have him tear it out. Hopefully, we're going to pull him back. Hopefully, I don't have to take much more off because I really like that print. I don't think we will, but we'll see. All right, don't knock over. Maybe just a little bit more. Actually, if I could put it like that. Yeah, I could do that. I might take a little bit more off the top though, because there's a lot of white there still that I can just kind of edge out. So anybody else crafting today? I know Becky's not going to be able to because she's at work. Okay. I took a nap earlier today and slept through my live time. I get that. You need some camera time? Come on. I'm thinking, because I could take some more off the bottom, but I'm thinking I might leave it like that and have it come to the edge. So, I mean, not that anybody will really see it, but they might. All right, let's get this kind of centered. Let's get our brush. And let's get some Mod Podge going. I said, why are you trying to do that with the brush in your hand? You haven't hard enough time opening jars. Even with it all cleaned, I have a hard enough time opening them. I guess I need to eat more spinach, become like Popeye. So this is burlap in here. I don't recall doing any doing the Mod Podge and the decoupage on here before, but we'll see. We will see. Has anybody on here done it on burlap before? This will be I think my first time because I can't recall. Oh yeah, I did. Duh. When I did the coffee beans. What am I thinking? Do you make your own Mod Podge? I have not. Finalized everything for our 5 family garage sale. Oh my gosh. That's a huge yard sale. So are you in charge of that, Levon? I have not tried to make my own Mod Podge yet. I know a lot of people swear by it and say it's just as good, but I have not tried, no. I'm trying to get this so because it seems like it's taken more than anything else, but I want to make sure there's enough on here so that it adheres when I go to put it on. Oops, dripped a little. No, the only thing I've done, I've made up my grunge and I've done the coffee with the Mod Podge so you could have where it's like stiffer once it dries. I've done that. Yes, it's at my house, 9 print. Oh my, oh, well. Are you doing that this weekend? The yard sale? It's taking longer. I almost want to just take it and pour it on here, but then I'll have a big old mess, so I'm not going to do that. But I should have did this to begin with and had it right on here and over it, because then I can pull it out more. Thursday through Sunday, y'all are going to be whipped out by the time you get done with it. Hope you have nice weather that's going to be this weekend. Even though die-hard yard salers, they'll be out even if it is raining. Trust me, I know. How do I know? Because we do it. Do you think a sponge brush would make it easier? I don't know, because to me it seems like on this, on like the burlap, it doesn't hold it as easy. I don't think, but that's just me. We're almost done. I'm just going to go in a couple little spots here that I want to make sure are pretty covered. Hold up my picture and make sure I got it everywhere I need to have it. Need to go one more on each side and we should have it. Hi, Shala. How are you? I think part of the problem is I'm trying to make sure I cover everything really good, because the burlap's so porous. So I'm trying to make sure it gets into the spots where it needs to be in. Okay, that should be. Okay. Now I'm going to give it a light dry. Put my print over there. Turn on my little iron. I messed up. I fell yesterday and broke two times. Oh no! And oh my! I've had a tailbone broke before. That is not fun, girl. Not good. Not good. So sorry that happened. Definitely keeping you in prayers also. Did they give you a donut, one of those little donuts to sit on? Because let me tell you, it didn't help any. It's like don't sit at all. I'm just going to do a light dry. And then line and put our little horse on here. Okay, that looks from this angle, it looks like he's good. I tell you, anymore, you almost get afraid to do anything because we're gonna hurt ourselves. Has everybody been having nice weather? I know a lot of people were having storms coming in. I know we're supposed to be getting some more rain here soon. But right now, I'm just enjoying the nice weather that we are getting. I'm going to try not to burn myself. Ooh, you all. I love it. It's pretty. Pretty, pretty. Let me hold it up and show you. Just knocked my phone over. All right, now my comments disappeared. Good gravy. No, I didn't go in. I straightened my toes back and taped them sitting on a pillow. First day in the 90s for you, Linda? I closed this too soon because the heat was still coming off of here and it kind of fogged my window, but you could probably still kind of see through here some of it. So there's that right now. Now we're gonna add some pieces. I want to add some pieces to the corner. I don't know what happened here. Comments back. Yay! Put that over there. So how many on here have made their own Mod Podge? I have not tried that yet. Thanks, Levon. Decoupage Central. They have them. The larger and the smaller. This one is the A3. Okay, we're going to take these little pieces. I want to add them on the corner here. And I'm going to try to do this without gluing myself. Let me see. Because I think it'll give it a little touch of something. Thanks, Shyla. Thanks, Rebecca. So I'm using the Stick Fast here. I do have the Star Bond, but to me, personally, I think the Stick Fast and the Star Bond are similar. Thanks, Cindy. I'm just Not picking it up yet because I want to make sure that they sit for a few minutes and then make sure that they stay on. And while we're doing that, I need to let some of that heat from ironing come off. So I'm just putting this where I know this is going to be placed. Hi, Champ Creations. Thank you. What is your name, please? I don't know where my cheat sheet went because I will put you on here. Yeah, I don't have you on. Where did I stick my pen? I have it kind of propped up because, like I was saying, once I did the iron and heat it, it's still coming off of the burlap, so it's fogging my mirror. I mean, my window, my mirror. Oops, I need a little bit more here. So what's your all's favorite glue? Besides a glue gun, I like the medium and thick Star Bond and the Stick Fast. Those are my favorites. All right. So what do y'all think? I thought that added a little extra something to it. And then we have, because a horse cannot go without having something to eat. Just saying. So we have a couple apples we're going to move in here. I have one where it was just kind of bit, but I want to kind of move it so you can kind of, do I want to put it on this side? Because I was going to put this one where he was eating, kind of like, let me turn it around and show you. Move my paper out of the way. I was thinking leaving one. We'll open this up so you can totally see it. Leave having one about right here. And then I was thinking about the one right down here around his tail. But we can move that one if you think we need to move it. You like Stick Fast too? So I'm going to leave that one there, but what do we want? Do we want to leave this one down here by his tail where it just had a little bite out of it, or what? So when you close it, you'll see that one and that one down there. I figured this one by closer to the mouth because he was eating it. What do you think? While y'all are thinking about that, I'm going to flip it back around. And this does have hooks on it. It's got some that are already in the back here. I don't know if you can see. There, now it fell. You can see them up in here, right on here. And then they have one over here. That's because, yeah, you like it where I had them positioned? Okay. Then that's what we'll do. Now this time I'm going to use a little bit of our glue gun and some of the Stick Fast because I want to make sure it sticks, and open that up so it doesn't dry right or drip right on the thing. Even though it comes off of this glass table top. Beautiful, not because. Oh, okay. Thank you, thank you. See, okay, with the apple down by his tail, we can push it off to the side a little bit. Let's see. If I push it off, yeah, you can still see most of it. There's about that much you might not see. And we'll kind of tilt it a little bit because it'd be like he ate that one and then took a bite out of this one, and it just kind of fell. But this way, if anybody has it and say it's put somewhere where the temperatures change, don't have to worry about the glue from the glue gun because you have stick fast on also. So it should stay. Okay, I was giving that a couple seconds just to make sure it dries. Okay, here we go, y'all. There she be. So it also has a couple of those little pads on the back here. So if you had it leaning up against or hanging on the wall, it won't, like scrape, those little tiny pads. But this is our project for today, everybody. And if I wanted to, technically, I could put a latch on here because there is no latch on here. But you could put a latch on there, but that's what it looks like on the inside. And I could put, like I said, I could put a little latch here if we wanted to. You could leave it just sit on someplace, or it has the two little built-in hangers right there that you can hang it. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Levon. So this is our quick little project today. If there's anybody on here that you all are not following, please follow them. It helps our pages when you follow us. Also, please keep everybody in prayers, Sherry and Sparky and Cindy and Scott and Shyla. Everybody needs healing thoughts and all the blessings they can get. In the meantime, everybody have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks, Becky. I appreciate each and every one of you. You are the highlight of my day. I love coming on here and chit-chatting with y'all, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Have a good rest of the day, and tomorrow is Thursday, so I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel. In the meantime, here's some hearts to you since I can't do them the other way anymore, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. But I better turn that off. Bye, all. Mwah. Love ya. Enjoy your evening.